History tells us ancient kings ruled with armies. That isn't true. Armies kept their power, but something else created it. Something far darker. The greatest rulers in history understood one terrifying truth about human nature. People rarely obey because they are forced. They obey because their minds are controlled first. Every civilization had powerful kings: Egypt, Persia, Babylon, Rome, China. Different cultures, different languages, yet they all discovered the same psychological weapon. And once you see it, you'll never look at power the same way again. Most people believe fear creates obedience. Ancient rulers knew something more dangerous. Fear eventually disappears. Habit does not. The smartest kings never wanted people to fear them every day. They wanted people to accept control as normal. That is far more powerful. Look at ancient Egypt. Pharaohs were not presented merely as rulers. They became living gods. Questioning the king became questioning reality itself. And when power becomes sacred, resistance almost disappears. Ancient kings understood symbols better than weapons. Crowns, palaces, ceremonies, golden thrones, massive temples. Why? Because the human brain believes what it repeatedly sees. Power is often performed before it is exercised. This pattern never disappeared. Human nature hasn't changed. People still admire symbols, status, luxury, titles, authority. The costumes have changed. The psychology hasn't. The greatest rulers divided people, not always with violence, sometimes with identity, sometimes with privilege, sometimes with rewards. Because divided people rarely unite against power. Ancient kings knew this thousands of years ago. But there was one technique more powerful than all the others: predictability. People become comfortable with whatever repeats long enough. Even injustice, the corruption, and the oppression. The human brain adapts. That is what made ancient kingdoms survive for centuries. Stoic philosophers understood this. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus. They believe true freedom begins when your mind belongs to you, not to fear, not to crowds, not to rulers. That is why disciplined thinkers have always been dangerous. History is filled with powerful kings, but ask yourself something. Were they controlling kingdoms or human psychology? Perhaps the throne was never their greatest weapon. Empires rise, empires fall, kings disappear, crowns become museum pieces. Yet the psychology behind power still survives, because human nature changes far more slowly than history. If this made you see history differently, you're exactly the kind of person this channel was built for. Here on Stoik History, we don't study history simply to understand the past, we study it to understand ourselves. Subscribe, because the greatest battles in history have always begun inside the human mind.